Ever wondered how some of your competitors are able to charge 2, 3, or even 10 times more for the same exact product or service? One of the main reasons they're able to do so is because they identified the highest value segments of your market and found a way to reach out to them with a message that makes them stand out. And so you can be selling the exact same solution, but if you're reaching out to the wrong people or you're messaging them with the wrong offer, you'll keep losing customers to your competitors. And so if you want to learn how to identify the highest value prospects in your market, how to find their emails, their phones, their LinkedIn profiles, and more info about them, and how to craft the perfect message to send them and know exactly when to send it to them, then watch this segment from a training I recently recorded and implement the steps to supercharge your next outreach campaigns. Now, I'm going to cut into the video and enjoy. Not every prospect is the same way is not every customer is the same. So the first step in building a solid list is to identify the highest value segments of your market who value your solution the most and who are willing to pay the most for it, even if you offer exactly the same features to like different prospects in your market. So you want to be extremely specific with who your target customers are, their job titles, company industry, company size, revenue levels, their day-to-day problems and desired solutions, their current tool stack, how they measure success, etc., etc., etc. And you can basically outline this in a Google Sheet, like an example below, or just freeform. Actually, at this point, I would recommend freeform, whatever you're comfortable with. This is what I done basically a couple of years ago. Recently, we started doing it freeform in Notion Google Doc. The main thing is it's easy for you to outline. You don't overcomplicate this. Essentially, you find out all of these things. And then what you do is you want to rate the niches based on the following criteria. The problem. Do they have a big and frequent problem that your product can solve? And or frequent problem. How easy it is access channel, how easy it is to reach decision makers online and contact them. Financials, are they able and willing to pay for your solution and pay what you want to charge? Familiarity, how familiar are you with this niche, and how much like experience do you have in it, and overall do you want to work with it long term with those type of prospects? Social proof. Do you have any case studies, reviews, like already in this niche? And lastly, sales cycling. Do people in this niche have decision makers in this niche have a longer or shorter sales cycle? And like do the best you can, rate them. Here's an example of how we did it. Here we use the simple, basically 0, 1, 2 system with 0 is no, okay is 1, and 2 is great results. So you can use this here to rate and identify basically the base niche to go after and test first. So, and again, it's important to remember, you don't have to be 100% rigid. It's not 100% mathematical process. The goal of this exercise is to give you a better idea of which niches have the best potential for you. And at the end of the day, you need to feel comfortable committing and testing your niche for the next 3 to 6 months at minimum, so you can pick essentially the niche that feels right for you. And the goal is to test each one of those niches and validate the best niche for your offer. And when we talk about basically testing and validating your niche, like here's a great analogy. I took it from Nick Kosman. I think it's a great way to explain this. So it's like going fishing. Imagine you took a boat and you go to a lake, and then you have your bait. So the lake, the location is like a niche. The bait is your messaging claim or offer. And so let's imagine you went to a lake, you have some worms, and you try it, and basically you try and try. You're there for hours, but nothing bites. Now, you're kind of in the same, next day you go into the same lake, maybe a slightly similar location, still a lake, but this time you try not just regular worms, but I don't know, like little fish or worms with paprika or whatever, like avocado, whatever you like. And there you see that actually you start getting some bites, you start getting small fish. And then you change basically your bait again, let's say you change it this time to small fish, and then you start getting some turtles. Like, okay, interesting. Now, you tried it for a while, and then you're like, wow, what if I go to this location? What if I go, like, this sounds nice? And you try the same bait there, and suddenly you see that you're attracting like bigger fish right now, even whales sometimes. I don't know how you would pull the whales out, but like, hey, you're attracting them. So like, this is the analogy for testing and validating a niche in the market. So you find what actually people want, not what they need, what they want to start a conversation with you. And then you can sell what basically what they need wrapped in what they want here. So here's how to do it practically. Analogies are great, but like let's go over how to do this practically. So you would use a lead database like Apollo to get a list of your target prospects based on your criteria. You don't have to buy them right away. You don't have to basically pay for Apollo and subscriptions. At minimum, use their free plan to build a list of prospects you want to reach out to. And key point here is there should be at least 3,000 prospects per segment for best results. And again, the higher, the better. So here's an example how we built a lead list of B2B SaaS founders, for example. If you can see criteria, industry keywords, and again, I'm going to record a more in-depth video on Apollo and how to use the filters in an advanced way later on. But for now, just use it. Next, let's say you found your list, you got a few thousand people. Now, you don't start sending them emails right away or reaching out to them. You first want to verify your list using like re-verify your list using an email verification tool like Million Verifier. And again, you don't have to use Apollo or Million Verifier. This is just, I've tested several ones, and these are the best ones that I found so far. So if you want to use, I don't know, Zoom Info or another verification like for lead database or another verification tool, feel free to do it. I'm just saying what worked for me and my clients. So essentially, you want to re-verify them, because even if verified, like Apollo leads signal as verified, it's not always verified. So it's best to double check and avoid burning your cold email accounts with high bounce rates. So here's an example of leads we got from Apollo. This list got 6% of bad emails, and this one got 20% bad emails. And so it depends on the niche, basically on the niche, the level of the company. But overall, you always want to re-verify before you send. Now, once you got a list of your target prospect with good emails, it's important that you go through it again and make sure the company names are written correctly, because mostly databases pull company names from LinkedIn, and oftentimes they have additional abbreviation like LLC or SPA, or like have the name of the company. I don't know here, what is it, like T-Blocks, and it would say T-Blocks Software or like T-Block Capital or whatever. And so first names you also want to check, but usually they're pretty good, they're pretty solid. But company names you want to clean up. Now you can do this manually, but I recommend using a tool like Clay, basically to normalize company names with AI, and like you can do it even on their free plan. So here's basically an example of like normalizing the company names. Now, Clay is a more advanced tool, but again, I'm not going to cover the advanced features on like in this video. Just use their free plan, clean up for free, and it's good. But overall, you can use with Clay advanced personalizations where you can basically identify whether, like, have an AI agent visit the company website, identify if they fit your, for example, B2B SaaS client, B2B SaaS company criteria, or the criteria for D2C commerce, or whatever your niche is. You can mention companies' competitors, case studies, target customers, as I basically mentioned here, their funding level, yada yada yada. But these are more advanced playbooks. I'm going to cover them in future videos, but for now, it's important to just keep it simple, because you should not be like, you should be able to book demos consistently, even without all this AI, like advanced AI personalizations. No amount of personalizations and like references will trump having a great offer and a great list. Watch the full training going over how we book 10 to 40 plus qualified demos a month for B2B SaaS companies using our go-to-market strategy. I'll put it somewhere here on the screen. I still need to figure out how, but in any case, yeah, you can check the description. I'll link it there as well. Just a quick note, it's a longer one, but it might be one of the most valuable and useful videos you'll find on this topic. So keep this in mind.